All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue on and we're actually going to start working some problems. And this is going to help us determine if we can create functions or combine functions with the compositions given what we are given in these problems. So we're going to determine whether the given pair of functions can be combined into the required function. And if they can, we're going to draw an input-output diagram for the new function. And then we're going to write a statement for the new function, complete with function notation and input and output units and descriptions when possible. Okay. So, calculus students, we're going to construct a function for the number of business calc students given functions m and f, where m of t is the number of men taking the business calculus in year t, and f of t is the number of women taking the business calculus in year of t. Okay. Well, if we think about that, we're just taking the number of men plus the number of women. That's going to give us a total number of students. So I think that should be able to be done. So if we're drawing something, what we're going to do is we'll have our box and we'll have some kind of input and we're going to have some kind of output. So now we have to think about what's coming in and out. Well, what are we putting in? Well, we're basing this on the year t. So let's say this is t years. Okay. Well, then what are we doing within our box? Well, we're taking and adding the number of men and the number of women to get the total number of students. So if we say we're going to take the M plus F, well, that's going to be what, how do we want to say that? We want to call that construct number of business student. Maybe that's the total number of students. So let's call that, I don't know, T, okay? So we're having that. So we're going to have m of t plus f of t is equal to t of little t, okay? And so what's coming out is t of t students. So we're having some kind of number of students coming out of there. So if we plug in that, that's going to say our t of t is equal to our m of t plus our f of t, and that's going to give us the total students, okay? So we're going to have male students plus female students is equal to the number of total students in business calc in year T. Okay, so that many students in year T. Okay, and so that does work. And those are just adding two functions together. Okay. What about this one? Credit card debt. All right, so here we were going to construct a function for the average credit card debt given functions f and d, where f of x is the number of credit card holders in year x. Okay, well that we need that to get an average because we're going to have to remember you're going to get a total a number um, of dollars, I guess you need to have, divided by the total number of users, and that's going to give us an average. Okay. So, and then D of X is a percentage of credit card users or holders who are unable to pay off their entire bill each month during year X. Well, we know to get the average credit card debt, we need the total number of dollars divided by the total number of users to get the average. And they're giving us some percentage of credit card holders who are unable to pay off their entire bill each month. Okay, so do we have what we need here to get that average? No. And so basically, they cannot be combined. Okay, so we were going to do a division here, F divided by G, but we don't have the right thing. We knew what we needed because we were like, oh, the average credit card debt. Okay, so we need the total number of dollars divided by total number of users or holders. But Wake gave us a percentage of credit card holders. So we just basically say cannot be combined as basically given because it's not going to give us the correct units that we need. Okay. So sometimes they'll work, sometimes it doesn't. All right, so we'll stop there and I'll come back in a little bit.